Hey everybody, it's your buddy MetZense. If you're a guildie or friend, might know me as Josh or Brewstorm or Rumheart. And today I'll be giving you guys a basic tank guide to get started if you're not really sure about how to raid or like the certain mechanics of what to do as a tank or the routes for Mythic Plus dungeons, and just a few tips and tricks here and there that probably can help you do some better runs if you're new to it or kind of insecure about it. So hopefully this video will be helpful to you and help you improve and get started, of course. As you can see, I'm playing a Brewmaster Monk. I want to get this out of the way. I am by no means an expert. I've cleared a decent amount of dungeons, a couple of 15s. I'm by no means an expert. I've cleared 12 out of 12 on Heroic High Alpha. And this is just a guide to get started if you're kind of insecure, you don't know exactly the routes or what to do. This is a video for you, and hopefully it can help you. Alright, so first things first, right? You know your class, your tank class better than I do, probably. So you do whatever feels right for you, right? Very quickly, corruptions are gonna end at some point. Currently, versatility is really good. You want to try and pop as much on it, on your gear as possible. If you want some damage, Twilight Devastation is really good. I got a couple of different gear sets here. I have this weapon, Twilight Devastation 2 on it. It helps in Mythic Plus to deal a little bit more damage or vision runs. I use the Dress to God for the same purpose. Now, Addons. Addons is a big thing, pretty much mandatory in World of Warcraft. A really good one. Have some kind of weak aura for your abilities and whatnot. I play a Brewmaster. This is basically what I need to worry about, my staggers here. If you don't know what that is, that's completely fine. Another really nice tool is called Mythic Dungeon Tools. This can help you look at different dungeons, how to navigate your route or make your route, see how much percentage each one gives. You can play around with it yourself. There's other guides out there that's going to show you exactly how it works. I will, however, provide a link to Dratnos, another really good tank, I believe, another YouTuber streamer. I don't know him too well, but there's a website. I'll link it down below underneath my social media. It's going to show you his weekly route. He updates them every single week. So in the beginning, if you just want a basic route, he's going to make that for you. If you want a more advanced route, he's going to make that for you as well. Advanced route is more like you need certain classes to be able to do certain skips and stuff like that. But this is a really good way to get started until you kind of get the hang of it. You know exactly at second boss in whatever dungeon, you're going to have about this much percentage, and you realize once you get to the fourth boss, you should have at least this much percentage, otherwise you need more. That's kind of trial and error, I'll say. In the beginning, you can use this tool to trying to get a feel for just exactly how much percentage you need, or look up like, oh, we're a little bit short, we're missing 5, like, oh, I see, if I pull this pack, that's 3%, I pull this pack, that's 2.5%, that's 5.5%. And that's just gonna get you enough, right? At least that's how I used it. So once you go to his website, you go import. There's gonna be a link there. You simply copy that. You copy it into this import route. Press import, and it's gonna give you a setup route for you. All right. Then we got the essences, right? Now, don't flame me too much. I really don't care for dailies and whatnot. I got my main essences. That at least my class needs. I'll provide another link that'll give you a link to, I believe, Wowhead, and it's going to show you probably the best essences for your tank spec according to if you're doing raids or Mythic Plus or Vision or stuff like that, right? So there's another thing that's really nifty and really nice to have, and for some people it's the markers, right? I had Frostbite here from the guild help me out. You got the markers here, and you can do a red check, otherwise you press the flag, and you can pick a marker, whatever, Worldmarker. If you don't know, that's how you do the I want to say the basic version of them. and I believe you can say clear all, it'll disappear. Otherwise, I got some macros for them. I will write down all the macros down in the description somewhere. Should be easy to find. So you'll see my macros here. It says /worldmarker4, 3, 2. I got them over here on the right side. So you got the blue, you got the green, you got the red, and then this one, I even wrote clear. It's to clear them up. There we go. And it's called /CWM space all. And it's a really nifty thing to have. Otherwise, I have another macro. Let me see if I can remember which one. I think it's this one, I believe. So you have your target. I got it bound to Control C for me. It's kind of nifty. Press your keybind or whatever, and it's gonna put the little skull marker on. That way you can always quickly choose which target you want your group or raid to focus. For instance, in the south fight, there's a bunch of tentacles. What route you're doing, I try my best to always put the marker on it, so everybody will be able to see, oh, this is the one where you need to kill. Oh, now it's this one. Even though I haven't gotten there yet or whatever, because I'm doing whatever a tank's supposed to do. Same for raids or Mythic Plus dungeons. If there's a healer or a caster that just needs to be nuked or whatever, I put the marker on them quite often. And usually most people, they see the skull and they know exactly what it means, they need to kill it. So that's another thing I wanted to share with you. They're pretty nifty, and thanks to Frostbait for helping out with this part. And I think that's about it for the starters. Otherwise you will have to see the Atal'dazar run, both under +10 and over +10. So I'll catch you in a second. Alright? So here we are for the first key. It's a +7 key. Most of you probably have seen this dungeon before. Start with the first boss. Spawns some small raptors if the boss or players run over the little purple skulls and whatnot. Cast a terrifying visage. You want to line of sight that. That's why we're tanking the boss near the wall. It casts Pursuit. It means it's fixating on a specific target. If you have a hunter or a rogue or probably a mage with ice block, they can drop the aggro from it and it will go back to just the regular like tank and spank fight. And that's more or less how this entire fight is going. Terrifying visage again. Just line of sight it. Now I do want to mention, these two runs are by no means like good groups trying to push keys and whatnot. It's just two quick pucks I joined to get this video done, just to showcase the route that I'm doing and kind of go through the boss fights and whatnot, like what you need to do, if that makes sense. So right there, you want to kill the little mini group, another mini group. It's really nice if people want to stick together, that way the little raptors don't jump between everybody and you can easily AoE them down. Here's a really big pull. I can't remember if this is going to become a wipe. It is teaming, so it's a bit difficult in this dungeon. Well, I don't know about other tank classes. I am a monk, which is great with mobility and whatnot, so I'm able to kite my way through it. You always want to focus the witch doctor and interrupt every hex cast they do, and it's fairly simple, honestly. I'm fairly sure most people have done this route before if they are walking through it, but I'm still just going to showcase it. Most of it is sped up unless it's, I want to say, the boss fights in the beginning, and I think there's another couple of things that I'm gonna have slowed down so you guys can see it better and I can talk through it without the event already happening before it starts. So, second boss, fairly simple. You just kind of pull it, you don't really do any damage to it till the totems are dead. Noxious Stench, you want to kick that, and that's about all you do in the beginning. You can help the DPS, whoever has the lowest DPS on the totem, to help them catch up with the others. If you got the extra time for it. I can't remember if I'm doing a good job here kicking the Noxious Stench cast. I think I might not do the very best of jobs, but... And also I think the DPS is here fucked up, so if the totems don't die at the same time, they will respawn, and they all need to die at the same time to get into phase 2, where you are actually able to damage the boss. So there I put a little bit of damage on that totem, since I realized nobody was there. Once again, kick the cast. Alright, here we go, phase 2. In phase 2, it's also fairly simple. Noxious Stench, you want to continuously cast it. You can always solo interrupt it. You'll have your kick up for every single time you cast it. And you basically just slowly move backwards and try your best to never turn your back to the boss, so you have chances of parrying or dodging or whatever your class does. For Brewmaster, it's dodging. You basically just move slightly back so you don't stand in all the green shit on the ground. And it's, I want to say that's about it. It's fairly simple. You do that till the boss is dead. You do it slightly different on a +10 key, and I'll tell you why and what we're doing when that happens. Every now and then you'll see my corruption eye spawn, because I think I'm running with like 30-ish corruption, since I am using Twilight Edition 2. I do that for more damage, but I don't have the cloak set down on a hotbar, since my hotbars are filled up, so I just press C and right click it. Right here is a nifty trick. You jump up there, you can pull a group, and they all snap up to you, and you can jump down, they all jump down with you. You want to kick the Sky Screamers, as always. And you see I put my Transcendence up there, because the next pack I'll be pulling that as well, and then teleporting up there, and basically do the same trick over again. So you're gonna see me do the Crackle Lightning, and then teleport back up there. And the mobs snap with me, it's really nice. Right there I had to jump to kick him. It's fine. It's a really nifty trick if you don't know about it already. I don't know if any other classes can do the second pull that way as well. Maybe Demon Hunters can do the jump or whatever. After this boss, you ideally want to be at 100%. So you look at your percentage, and if you're not at 100% after this pull, you might have to pull a bit more before going to the last boss. Ideally you want to do that to not waste time. So you see we're at 96%, so we're missing 4%. We'll pull that after this boss, I believe. Turn out the healer died, I guess. This guy you just pull him down into the middle, or priestess, whatever. It's gonna spawn some the little gold blobs. You wanna avoid getting hit by those. You can help with utility to stun lock the adds it's gonna spawn. If the add does not get killed or CC, it will go down to the blood stuff on the ground and absorb it, and you need that whenever the priestess casts transfusion, just like now. Otherwise it's going to heal off the light beams it does to people. If you have a red beam, by absorbing the blood clot, it will damage itself that way. Once again, just right clicking my cloak to get rid of I have corruption. I assume most people know how to do that. Right there I tried to paralyze the ad, because I was thinking we could just burn through the boss and just ignore the ad. they decided to break it, whatever, it's fine. So I walk over, hit it with leg sweep. And right there, avoid the little gold blob or whatever. And that's about it for that boss. So right here, missing the last 4%. I didn't realize this because it's teaming. I didn't realize this pack was this fucking big. It's a really sketchy pack. I can't remember if we make it. I get feared a lot at least. Nope, never mind, we made it. You walk up here and you just avoid the little spiders. And you're ready to pull. I look at the minimap now, I didn't do that when I played it. Seeing that we're missing 2 people when I pulled. You probably want to make sure everybody's there, but it is a +7 key, so it's fine. Soul Rend, all the DPS and healers should stack up, so they can easily cleave down the ads. Meanwhile, you just pop a defensive whenever it casts Skewer, and you kick every Wreck and Pain. You can solo kick that without problem. You can use utility to stun lock the Soul Rend clones if they come too close. I can't tell you what happens if they actually get to the boss, because I don't think it's ever happened before. And that's more or less all for this boss. Of course you have to avoid and run away from the spiders, but besides that, that's more or less all there is to this boss. See there using Ring of Peace, getting the clone away. If your class has some kind of other utility, you can always use that to help out. There we go. Still 10 minutes left. Well, it was +7 here, whatever. That's more or less how you do that. I think I'm going here for a little cheeky thumbnail, possibly. I don't think I'm gonna use it. I don't know yet. I haven't made a thumbnail yet. I'm still just basically in the midst of recording. I recorded everything, and this is just what's it called? Me talking over the footage. I was considering just talking while playing, but all the mouse clicks and keyboard clicks, I wanted to get rid of that. Alright, here we are for a +11 key. It's more or less the same start. That's why I'm going very quickly through it. It's sped up. I can tell you already now, it's a really shitty run. You might see me throughout the entire run, but I'm looking at healing every now and then, and I'm inspecting the priest, because the priest healer is not doing anything. I'm literally tanking and healing more or less this entire run. It is really sketchy. Normally, I would probably leave, like, I think this is the worst healer I've ever seen. I don't want to start a rant. I'll probably talk more about this healer later. But I've never been this frustrated. Alright, here you want to pull this extra big annoying pack. Well, it's only big because it's teaming this week as of this recording. You pull this, and I'll explain later why. We're gonna do something that's called luring, a little middle dino pack. And for that to be successful, I cleared this pack so there's a clear passage on that bridge. Now, compared to before, we ran left. This time we're running right because there's an obelisk. Kill these, always want to interrupt the Juggernauts, Fanatic Rage or whatever. I believe it deals a bunch of damage if it actually gets the cast off, so usually I'm just focused on not letting it have the cast and just kick it every single time. For this obelisk with the big blob, it's gonna spawn some tentacle eyes. You wanna let the DPS handle those. Meanwhile, you just kite the big blob, basically. So you're gonna run to the next boss. It's gonna be the third boss, I think. I think everybody will agree on that being the third boss, but we're killing it second here. I can't remember. I remember it's a shitstorm after this, with the healer not healing. Yeah, never mind. I'll try to be less vocal about this healer, because he really gets on my nerve. You know, just watching this footage back, it really annoys me. I wish I could just have had a normal run for this one, but it was, I want to say it was a alright group. Like, I didn't really mind the other people too much. It was just the healer, like, absolutely awful. Alright, here I'm trying to get out from the portal, realizing the warrior is still fighting in the ads, because the other DPS just left them to do the work, I guess. Alright, so right here I'm trying to pull these two and then the little one, and I think somebody else accidentally pulls the entire big group or whatever. Never mind. Nobody did that. That's in the plus 10 run then. In the plus 10 run, what am I saying? This is the plus 10 run. It was just a shit show. Luckily, I am a monk with a lot of mobility. So I am running away, trying to kite as much. We did end up wiping there, I think. No biggie. We took the portal back. Well, it is gonna be a biggie, because we are not gonna make it. You see me inspecting him there again. I am clearly frustrated. Now also, once you're in the rift, if you have cleared it, like you're not there to kill the obelisk boss or whatever, you are able to mount up. I think we waited a lot for this healer because he never did that. Granted, I never told him he could, but usually I just expect people to know their shit. Or at least like the basic stuff. So this boss fight is absolutely the same as before, as the under plus 10. I've already gone through that, so we're just speeding through it, right? Yeah, I'll only talk whenever something new happens. Otherwise, I'll be more or less silent. There you want to take the portal and run all the way back and then come up this side that I'm doing. I happened to die there. Can't remember why. I think I had a debuff on me. So right here my healer also died. He decided to release and he took the portal back to the boss that we just killed for whatever reason. We're literally supposed to just go back here. So he literally met the others probably in the portal and just ran past them. I'm thinking he had to go to the boss again for whatever reason. Yeah, I think at this point I switched the healing around and just to see the heals, because I just felt like I was doing enough. Like all I was doing was healing, like do a couple of AoE abilities and just heal. Heal. And I'm thinking like, it's the healer's job, man. Like, why am I doing it? You see that this more or less entire fight I had the most healing. And I can guarantee you this, it's not because he's DPSing, being like, okay, he's just that good that he's DPSing and healing. Like, no, he's barely healing and he's not doing anything besides that. Ended up dying here again. Right there's 2 stealth mobs. Some people don't know about it. It's 2 easy percentages to grab. So might as well. Well, actually it's 3%, you should see, but it's really nice. Here you want to get aggro for all of them and then kite. You want to kite them away to this little staircase thing. I use it to cheese around to avoid damage, especially since I don't have any trust with this healer. Usually I have a lot of faith in my different healers. You want to make sure he dies right here. You get out, and then you want to do the next group. Then we're going to do this obelisk. And yeah, for sure, this run is not getting time whatsoever. Like, that's just definite, it's not getting time. This is a really bad run. But still, the route stands, this is how I do it. I think I've done a Atal'dazar on a plus 15. I did a different route that doesn't allow for as many mistakes as this route does, so I changed it. But yeah, you take that obelisk, pretty much get aggro on everything, kick that thing. Crippling is the movement speed slow, and lingering is the cost slow. I've already gone through this boss the first time, but something's gonna change, right? And what changes is basically where we end up killing it, because when it kills, the entrance gate is gonna open, and we want to make sure that we don't pull those mobs on the other side. It's a really annoying group, and we want to do everything we can to avoid having to fight those. So I think generally I try to get the boss low and then kill him close to the portal that we got into this boss room from. Because then we take the obelisk to that portal, get down there, find the 2 stealth mobs, kill them. And then I think we're gonna do the same little snapping trick after this pack. I think I'm gonna struggle this time. Just wouldn't work for me for whatever reason. I feel like half my runs, it just won't let me get through it, and the other half, I do it without problem. Yeah, so you see me struggling there. There we go, we pull, get them back down, put my Transcendence up there, ready to do the next pull the exact same way. Now, here comes the luring afterwards. We have the warrior pull the dino pack and run off to the left. Meanwhile, the rest of us gets into the obelisk. Now, usually, that obelisk guy, you want to take him to the last boss and just kill him there, but because I don't really have a healer, I run back to this place to kite him around to be able to not take that much damage from him, because this guy hurts a lot for the tanks. Once he gets sort of low enough, I start running to the last boss. You don't have to worry about the spiders here. When you're in this obelisk phase or whatever, you can go right through them. They do not deal damage to you. So right here, I'm gonna be a douchebag. I felt like I healed and tanked this entire run, and I actually ended up kicking the healer because I was so frustrated and mad. I'm like, we can still 4-man this. We've been 4-manning this entire run. I think this entire run was like 50 minutes or some shit like that. Somebody will probably look at the start time and then at the clock at the minimap, and you'll be able to figure it out. I don't know how long the run was, but it felt way too long, and it took way too long. So right here, I'm basically healing myself. I'm trying to keep the rest alive. I think 2 of them go down. I'm not entirely sure. I think it might be to spiders. Right here in the end, yeah, the paladin died. Can't remember if the demon hunter dies. But I mean, it is a plus 11. I want to say this proves that we did not need the healer. Like, and that's more or less it. Yeah, oh yeah, we're missing the 7%, so we just go back to grab a few mobs just to complete the key. Like, the key is dead. Like, the time ran out way long ago or whatever. But yeah, that is more or less the run. I think it's at 41 minutes there. That's not very good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you maybe learned something from it, could improve from it. Trying to get a cheesy thumbnail there, it looks like. Alright, but yeah, please do leave a like, do leave a comment if there's something you'd like to see differently done, anything that's better, anything you think the video is lacking. And yeah, in general, just consider subscribing if you'd like to see more of these videos. This is probably the first of a bunch, and I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, peace!